Good day, viewers at home. This is another lesson on the arithmetic progression as requested by one of my students. We want to look at this question on the board. The seventh term of an AP is 17. The sum of the ninth and the 10th terms is 44. Find the sum of the first 20 terms of the AP. You know, like in the previous lesson, we looked at how to get the nth term, number of terms, or the last term. So, when you have this kind of question, the first thing you do is to get your first term and get your common difference. So, how do we get this? From the statements that you are given, it is very obvious that this one will lead us to a simultaneous a pair of simultaneous equations. So from the first statement, the seventh term of an AP is 17. Remember that nth term is a plus n minus 1d. So what this one means is when you have seventh term to the 17, seventh term, that is the n there is 7. So 7 minus 1 is 6. So seventh term will be a plus 6d equals to 17. This is our equation 1. Remember in the previous lesson we said 10th term is a plus 9d, 15th term is a plus 14d, 12th term is a plus 11d. So any term you have, just subtract 1. Then that will give you the number of the common difference. So we've gotten the first equation. The second statement said the sum of the 9th and 10th terms is 44. From what we did here, 9th term will be a plus 8d, and sum means addition. 10th term will be a plus 9d. So the question says if you add this and this, we will get 44. So now let's simplify. A plus a is 2a. 8d plus 9d is 17d equals 44. This is equation 2. So with this, we've gotten equation 1 and equation 2. So we can now decide to use either elimination or substitution method. So in this case now, I want to use the substitution method. From equation 1, my a plus 6d equals 17. So if I take this to the right hand side, a will be 17 minus 6d. This is my equation 3. So the next thing for me to do is to substitute 17 minus 6d for a in equation 2. Don't forget, if you used equation 1 to get equation 3, you are going to substitute the value in equation 2. So, substitute 17 minus 6d for a in equation 2. In equation 2, we have 2a plus 17d equals 44. And my a is 17 minus 6d. So, we have 2 brackets, 17 minus 6d plus 17d equals 44. So if you open this bracket, 2 times 17 is 34. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 17d equals 44. Now, if you collect like terms, plus 17d equals 44 minus 34. So minus 12d plus 17d, that is 5d. 44 minus 34 is 10. So now we divide both sides by 5. So that means 10 over 5 is 2. So our common difference is what? 2. Then we'll now refer back to equation 3 for us to get the value of a. So let's get the value of a from equation 3. From equation 3, our a is 17 minus 6d. That's what equation 3 says. So let's get the value of A. A is 17 minus 6 times. Our D is 2. So A equals 17 minus 12. 6 times 2 is 12. So our A is what? 5. So now we've gotten the first term to be 5 and the common difference to be 2. So we now go to the question. Find the sum of the first 20 terms of the AP. Out of the two formulas that we have for sum, we can see that this is the more suitable formula to use for this question because we know n. Our n is 20, our A is 5, and our D is 2. So it is very convenient for us to use this formula. So the sum of 20th term now is n, which is 20 over 2, multiplied by 2a, that is 2 times 5, that is 10. N, 20 minus 1. D is 2 from what we got here. So that would be 20 divided by 2 is 10. We have 10 plus 19 times 2. Now, let's open the bracket and simplify. We have 10 bracket 10 plus 19 times 2 is 38. So that is 10 into 10 plus 38 is 48. So 10 multiplied by 48, that is 480. So this is the sum of the first 20 terms of this arithmetic progression. So whenever we have questions like this, you'll be given the 7th or 8th term and another term. You have to first of all pair them as simultaneous equations, solve, get the values of your A and values of your D. Then from there, you'll be able to get the sum of the arithmetic progression. Thank you.